we too will have our very own socialist revolution. Anyway, but yeah, this is May Day. It's May 1st. We'll obviously cover that a little bit. As you know, it's a big celebration overall around the planet, everywhere around the planet where there's at least some semblance of like labor militancy, some labor unions that haven't been completely gutted. They will celebrate this. Workers will come out. They'll do parades. They'll take part in protests if there's necessary protests. You know, happy May Day for everybody. Anyway, so the only reason why we have a 40-hour work week is because someone threw a grenade into a group of cops. That is literally not wrong. Okay. Yes. If you are, that's why I think like it's little things like that I try to instill in people. It's just like little reminders like, oh, do you enjoy the weekend? Like, that's why I celebrate every Friday, right? That is why I celebrate every Friday, because I celebrate the weekend, because it's something that, you know, our grandfathers had to fight for, you know, they had to die for it, literally. But anyway, this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hasanabi Piker in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button. So help me God. That is what I am going to do. This for all the parasocialists out there who are like, Hassan, what has happened in your life? I want to know. I need to know. I need to know what's up. And let me tell you, a lot has taken place, folks. A lot has taken place in the world of Hasanabi Piker. Last night I ended the broadcast, hung out with my mom and my brother. They had some curry. I ended up having a couple pieces of chicken katsu as well, but that's all right. It's not a big deal. Tied that off with a nice little prote shake, and went to sleep. Well, at first I was going to go to sleep at a reasonable hour. I went to bed at like 9, but then I was up until like 12. Part of that is because I watched Common Side Effect and I finished Common Side Effect. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic prenoon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from gloomy California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Thursday, folks. It's Thirsty Thursday. It's Thursday. It is a very special day. It's May 1st. So, of course, for that very special day, we must start, before we get to the personal news of the broadcast. For that very special day, we must start off with a very special song. It's May Day, ladies and gentlemen. Is May Day not an American thing? I think ironically it used to be, but it's not, because America gut its labor union and its socialist. The United States of America gut its labor union, its labor militancy, its history, and therefore Labor Day is a different day here in the United States of America, but this is the international real Labor Day where massive protests take place all around the world. I grew up in a country like Turkey, which still has some semblance of labor militancy, which is precisely the reason why I remember May Day always being a day of mass protests and riots, as a matter of fact, with cannons, police, water cannons spraying on workers organizing. And in places around the planet where they at least still have that labor tradition, this is still a day of celebration, a day of joy, not dissimilar to how we celebrate the weekend on the broadcast, where I will tell you that it's a cause for celebration every Friday because it is a freedom that our forefathers fought long and hard for, with blood, sweat, and tears. This is precisely the reason why I celebrate it. That's wild. I never heard of this. I only know it as a pagan holiday celebrating spring. No, it's a huge day. Is celebrated in most of the world, so big L for US, yes. But of course, if you're an American, you think the entire universe revolves around you, so you are confused by what this is. But I am here to give you a slice of how things are outside of this nation. This nation that is vast, this nation that is powerful, this nation that has the capacity to influence decisions tens of thousands of miles away, and yet for some reason our own citizens fail to comprehend societal attitudes and the history of labor militancy, even not that far away. You can look to Canada, you can look to Mexico, you can look to plenty of Latin American countries, you can look to Cuba. Cuba, as a matter of fact, has massive May Day celebrations. I retweeted them today. They even speak the language of the colonizer. There you go. Now you learn. This is why you come here, baby. Perhaps my greatest offense, one that is irredeemable overall, is to show Americans an international perspective, a perspective that might not be so common in the United States of America, but very common in the rest of the planet. Something as simple as this is yet another glaringly obvious example of American individualism, American exceptionalism. But don't worry. One day